wedding, and that he had known Gillum for more than 8 years. And so we certainly will try to get more details. But it's a whole bunch of, let me say this here. There's a whole bunch of other crap out there that's been spread. And it was spread by Candace Owens, the right-wing provocateur. And I took a black website to task because they included that crap in one of their tweets. And I'll put them on blast again because it was shameful and despicable. And so let me just say this real clear, okay? If Candace Owens is your go-to source, you're trash and she's trash.
It's called go-to.
That's what it is, okay? Here's someone who knows nothing about what happened, wasn't there, has no details, who just made up some crap in order to sit here and trash Andrew Gillum. We don't know what happened. So we only report what are identifiable and known facts. Okay, when you're an idiot like Candace Owens and you tweet, oh, I heard this happen, but it's unsubstantiated, yeah, you don't run it again based upon what that fool had to say. Because we know what those games are. And so if y'all heard anything else, oh, I heard that, you don't know a damn thing, because if it's unsubstantiated, and here's the other piece here. Just because your ass put the word allegedly in front of it still does not make it right. Okay? And so she is not a source, a credible source, and so it's idiotic for anybody, especially a black media outlet, to put anything out there and then trying to say, oh, well, it was both sides. No, there are no both sides. It's either what actually happened, according to police, witnesses in the room, and the truth. That's all that matters. And so
I ain't gonna be before you long, but just to recap on your brother Gillum, not a good look for him. As we already know, those of us with common sense, the dude did the shit. We already hear people talking about. They went to college with him. They knew he was sus and all that other stuff. You saw people like Roland Martin get in his feelings because that's his butt brother. I mean, that's his frat brother, and he defended him, and we're praying for him, and this and that, and all the nonsense. And we don't know, and Candace Owens is your source, and now Roland will Roland retract what he said about us not knowing what went on in that room? I doubt it. But they're butt brothers. I mean, they're frat brothers, so of course Roland's going to defend him. I understand that. That's a bond, and you know, the Kappas and all that, whatever he is. But I'm looking at the shade room. Of all places, and it's a lot of black folks. It's a lot of Negroes defending Gillum, saying it was a setup. And if it's that many sisters on this page that's talking about it's a setup and he was on to doing big things and they played him like this and they drugged him and then they raped him and they left him there, huh? Like, black people, conspiracy theories I understand. I do. I talk about them as damn self. But for y'all to say all that because of what? Like, what did he do? What accomplishment does he have other than being the mayor of Tallahassee that you would make you think that he's this guy that is to be stopped and bothered and set up? And I mean, again, this is America. Of course, I understand lying on black men and portraying us to be something we're not. I get all that. But they were doing stuff, right, that was positive for the collective of the people. What the hell was Gillum doing other than being a mudbutt? I mean, he lost his election. He was off of politics and moving into CNN and going to get that TV money. And some dude, I don't know his name, but he made the point that, like, people saying that he was all depressed and hurt because of losing the election. He lost the election and got more famous and more money and more resources. So how does that even work? Huh? Like, sometimes when you lose in certain things, you become a bigger person, a bigger celebrity, bigger star. Lose it. Andrew Yang is on CNN now. We know who he is now. His brand has grown, right? People accuse Trump of not really wanting to be the White House or be the president. He was just trying to do that for his brand back. I'm not buying any of that shit. We got to chill with the conspiracy theories, though. And if it's, I said I gave the sister the benefit of the doubt. I do. I'm not gonna say she knew when it's politics and this is a setup. This is how things happen. There's a reason why Senator Kerry Hines married the ketchup lady. There's a reason why that union was put together. Politics and money go hand in hand. Power and money. some of these marriages are arranged marriages. Notice a lot of these politicians, their wives make way more money than them and work for some crazy big ass corporations. That's not by accident. It's not. Again, the chick told you in her book, Obama proposed to me like 3 times. He wanted to marry me, but politically I wasn't the right fit. So he got up with Michelle. I know that hurts a lot of people's feelings because they believe in the fairy tale and story about him and Michelle and Barack. Michelle Obama got Obama his black cred. That's just what it is. Had she not been there, y'all wouldn't have went crazy and voted for her in the way that y'all did. That's just politics. But I'm listening to other people talking, other people on YouTube, saying that they went to college with him and they know he was always in the closet or whatever. Some saying everybody knew but his girlfriend, which is his wife now, but it was a girlfriend in college. Y'all telling me that Star Jones didn't know her dude was fruity? You telling me that Terry McMillan did not know her dude was a booty bandit? Like, come on, some of y'all be knowing. I'm not going to put that on the sister, though. But the fact that so many black women are on the Shade Room in his comment section talking about they set him up, they drugged him, they raped him, even though he admitted to being in the room, said he was at a wedding. The boy toy said, nope, I wasn't at no goddamn wedding. But we still going to defend this man? Huh? Come on, people. We got to do better than that. These comments are hilarious. One chick says, Kim M. Foster says, they drugged his ass. They set the scene up, possibly even raped him, and took pictures. The scene doesn't even make any sense. At this point, I think they just stripped him down to make it appear like as if he was having sex with them. The whole thing is a suspect. The only thing suspect is this motherfucker. That's it. Oh my God. People are... Oh my people. Another chick says, y'all can go look on the Baller Alerts comments on Facebook. It feels like they set him up. I feel bad for him because he was on his way to doing big things. It's over now. Oh my God. A brother says this. He was drug stripped and the pic was taken. Police called. All that happened to him to disgrace him. It looks like a setup to me. Y'all really think this is a setup? Y'all really think that the man who admitted to being all messed up over his loss for governorship, what do you think about this dude could have been y'all governor in Florida? Florida's already getting bad credit for all the crazy shit that go on in America. You seen all the white people at the beach, even though coronavirus is everywhere, and they out there like, we still going to spring break. The governor, DeSantis, who beat Gillum, had to shut down the beaches, which he did it too late. Should have did that shit day one. Because whereas white people want to go out there and just act like shit ain't happening, the world ain't falling apart. But this could have been y'all mayor. Oh my God. People gonna say, were you there? Nigga, I see pictures, I got eyes. But really, all y'all people that's defending this man. But what, I understand if you had a reason to say, no, he was doing XYZ. He was trying to buy Universal. He was trying to buy NBC. Like, ain't nothing y'all can say like, why they set him up. It's like he was done with politics. He moved on to CNN to get that back, the real money, which is what most politicians do. In fact, most white politicians, they go in, they lose the election, and they move on. Black people, they linger around a little bit, like Stacey Gillum. I'm calling her Stacey Gillum. Stacey, the chick from Georgia that lost her race, they linger around a little bit. But she's probably trying to stay there and be in the politics, so she's not going nowhere. But I'll discuss that more when I talk about my video, why can't Democrats just take their L and go. It's always sexism, misogyny, homophobic, racism. They can never just lose. It's always something else. But people, and it's funny too, because there are a lot of black women who don't like her, Stacey Abrams, my bad, for being VP for Biden. They saying that's the best bet, but I don't think she has enough experience. She's never done anything federally, and she lost her race as well, just like Gillum lost his race. So why y'all keep thinking that people who lost their races should be picked to go into a higher level of office? If you can't win locally, how are you going to win nationally? Like, come on. But anyways, y'all go to Ball Alert on Facebook. Check out the comments. I'm trolling every single comment that's defending this nonsense because it doesn't make no goddamn sense. Like, come on. Any comments in the picture? Oh shit. Okay, Stephanie King. The picture is Photoshop. I'm not saying he hasn't used drugs or got caught with his hands in the foul position, but that photo suspect as hell. The only thing suspect is his ass. For anyone claiming it's a setup, he admitted in a statement he fell into a deep depression and checked himself into rehab. He himself made the statement. Alright, that's one common situation. He said he had too much to drink and that his friend passed out, and when he got there he called 911 and he's not charged and they let him go home. I mean, there was no crime. And you know white people are like decriminalizing drugs right now anyway, so it is what that is. He said that the drugs were already there before he arrived. Then why didn't you leave? If I go to a place and I see coke, meth, heroin, anything, I'm not going to stay there, and I'm not a fucking politician. But that's just me. And he had, and no part of them, he said they were there before he arrived and he had no part in them. He just drunk too much at a wedding on Thursday that he ended up not going to. A wedding that he was supposed to officiate that he didn't. A wedding that his boy toy friend, booty bandit lover guy he said, I didn't go. And my bad, I made a correction. I did say it in the comment section, but the dude on the boat from when he got in trouble with the FBI, those pictures, which were also pretty moist, that's not the same guy that was in the hotel room. But just clarifying that, because I said it in my comment section under my pinned comment, but people keep saying, well, I was wrong about that, and well, I corrected it in the comment, but it's called a pinned comment for a reason. It's the first comment you see. But nonetheless, that dude also, though, is gay, who was on the boat with him, the white guy. Anywho, he said he had too much to drink at the wedding. It just looks all wrong. Oh, boy. Such a sad situation. Another rational comment, LaQuisha says, hurt your wife and your kids. Wow. What those in the dark comes to light. I was hoping this wasn't true. Do you have a Doppler? Now, I will say, the reason why I didn't cover the story earlier in the day when it did drop was because they said that the name was blotted out, like it was redacted, and someone could have just used his name, but it was already clarified that it was him because they had pictures of him. It says, wait, I thought his friend was passed out on the floor naked and passed out. Now it was Gillum the whole time. That almost OD'd. No, Gillum was drunk and inebriated. That's what the ETM said, that he was incoherent and wasn't responsive. He didn't give his statement till later on because he was incoherent. Disgrace. A married man with a family. Lord, I ask you, would you save Andrew Gillum in Jesus' name? Amen. I get praying and feeling bad for a person, but he's not the victim in this situation. His children are. I'm going to say that. I was saying his wife and children, but more specifically, his children are going to have to live this down. Their dad. Like, this is not going to go away. Coronavirus and all, this situation is not going to go away. I hope he gets the hope he needs. People quit judging him, and we move on. No, we're not moving on. We're staying here. We're not going nowhere. This conversation is going to be used politically to hurt Democrats. It's going to be used on social media for all the divest black women who are blaming the homophobic black men for being on the down low like this, even though those two things don't mix. Is definitely a prime example of what not to do when you are in politics. Like, the days of trying to deuce dirt and hide it are over. You're going to get caught. People are going to expose you. People sign NDAs and they still talk. Like, there's nothing you can hide anymore. You might as well just come out and be up front with your bull and keep it moving. Like Trump. He don't give a shit. Yeah, I did that shit. Prove it. Yeah, that's... and this is another sister? Oh, no. Anyways, it says he needs more than alcohol rehab. It's pills in a eggplant. I know the story from last week, but now they're saying that he was naked after admitting he drank too much and checked himself into rehab. What type of place is going to check into... she didn't make any sense. Why are people saying that he was set up? How do you get set up in a hotel room coming from a wedding away from your wife? I'm just curious. He is too. He's in rehab now, so obviously something deeper is going on. Real deep. Pause. Praying for him. Okay. He checked him into rehab for alcohol abuse. He has denied using any other drugs. Please read the real report, not to spin. Okay, that's true. I don't think he was a meth head or doing drugs. That's usually for the prostitute, the boy toy. They need that to psychologically deal with what they're doing And some gay dude on YouTube said that he heard from the grapevine that white dudes are using that drug a lot because it makes you perform and last longer or whatever. That's some video I just watched. Some dude on YouTube said that's going on in the white community. So I never thought from the get-go that he was the one on the drugs. I thought that was for the white dudes anyway. So Andrew has a whole bush. What the hell? This nigga gay. He had a promise, now he has a footnote in his history. Yeah, but I just don't understand. Like, he's lucky the media was busy with the virus scare. Definitely a sensation scandal. Body fluids and naked. Oh my. But I agree. This could be a set. How? Why is it a setup? I'm sure there are pictures that are going around that are Photoshop. And the picture says it was leaked. It would have to be somebody that was in the room that leaked this picture. I thought the picture earlier, because I didn't see a foot in the picture that Tariq, I think the one that Tariq showed might not have had a foot, or he might have just cropped it differently. But I thought it was somebody, one of the ETMs or people who were in the police that did it, because someone in there had to leak the information because Gillum's name was originally redacted in the file. So, again, I think somebody inside leaked it to the public anyways. People are saying he's in rehab now. For what? Ain't nothing about this a setup. Unfortunately, this is what happens when people don't live their truth. And this is what I want to talk about too. No doubt, he took the drugs to help him out with his lives and the truth when he came to men after living his truth. Living his truth, okay. With different men, he would put on his suit and tie and smile for the camera. I can honestly say that I hate a man that lives on the DL. What else did she say? And that's why we have it here. I'm not sure his wife knew about this lifestyle, but she didn't. I'm sorry for her and her kids. I agree with that part, but the whole part of people can't live their life, I don't buy that anymore. In 2020, 2019, since Obama endorsed gay marriage, you can be you and do you, and it's not going to hurt you or affect your money. Lil Nas X played the shit out of us, had everybody writing for him with his song because the white people didn't want him to let him into the charts. And everybody was writing for him, and then he goes, "Oops, I'm gay," and it's like he hasn't lost success. He hasn't, he's still riding out the wave of his one song that should be played out by now. But he's gonna make a lot of money off that song. Probably won't have to do any more music. But I'm saying, like, there's no greater time to be who you are, as they keep saying. And the same thing happened with that situation where Lovely T.I. covered it, where the sister got killed because she exposed two gay cousins that were banging each other's black out, and she ran out on them. They were clearly killers and gangsters. She knew that because the business that she was about to go do with them was clearly illegal business. And she said she knew they were going to try to kill her. That's why she ran to her car. But I read there too that women were saying that happened because people are trying to shame them and this and that. First of all, you were committing incest because it was your relative. Secondly, these men were gay, clearly. And you can't blame people for them hiding what they don't want other people to know. Like, there's people who will do all types of things that they know is socially unacceptable or it's taboo or whatever, and they still do it. It doesn't, even if people would appraise it, they still hide it. Even if you give them a space to be open and do what they want to do, they're not going to do it. Like, that's their business. But so to blame everybody else because they can't be their true selves, why can't they be? Like, nobody cares about what people do in their bedroom anymore. We wish y'all would stop telling us to accept it, to normalize it, to appreciate it, to fight for it, to march for it. I ain't doing none of that shit. You do you, just leave me alone. Stop telling me I have to teach my kids and stuff like that that I don't have, that is normalized and this and that. We cool. But y'all don't do that. Y'all go a step further. That dude that be on the Breakfast Club, Flo, the comedian, whatever, I forgot his name. I don't know. But he said that, like, yo, we trying to force our shit on other people. That's what the problem is. So I hate that deflection that is usually coming from a black woman who's defending the LGBT alphabet people all the time, a straight black woman. And then you saw the whole situation with Love Is situation where you got these black weird-ass feminists trying to shame black women who don't want to deal with men who are like your brother laying here in this picture. Like, come on. Like, do you? If people like it, they do. They don't, they don't. But that's not an excuse to lie or put on this facade or, have a bunch of kids with your wife and make it look like you're this beautiful black political couple, and it's not true. You when in politics, you're doing more damage because the shit is eventually gonna come to light. At any moment, your wife could be like, and that's the thing too. When a woman does know, that the benefit to her is she can always write the book and say, I didn't know and blah blah blah, and still be successful and then move on and go live her life and be good. Again, I'm not putting it on the sister because I don't know, but it don't look good if you got people, because there are some people who are naive. Like that is that. There are women in the comment section of this post who are naive as shit, talking about it's a setup still. So his wife could be, poor baby, this is a setup. They mess with you. They lying on you. You ain't really do that. We don't know in the coming weeks though. After this whole corona is done with in a couple months, if she stay, she knew that nigga was gay.